Well, here I'm at Jenks Lakes. Hold on a second. They were dipping over here to a CH-47. Let you see what I'm seeing here. Oh, other way. Anyway, I'm at Jenks Lake. They were dipping over here to CH-47s and a sky crane. But I thought they were going for fuel, but they haven't come back. There's a little lookout point right on where you see the end of the bushes there. I wish I could. I did some video. I'm waiting for it to get dark so I can see the fire a little bit better. It's real smoky. But there was another rotary air attack working down there by Bear Creek. That's what they're trying to stop from going up to Big Bear. They've got dozer lines on both sides that they're cutting in. I don't know if there was a kind of a gap in the middle they were trying to tie in together. I don't know if they connected them today or not. The last map I saw was last night, I think. But they're trying to tie in a dozer line across in front of this fire, kind of like south of Arrow Bear down to Clark's Grade. And they're using these rotary air helitankers to kind of keep the fire out of that breach until they can get that dozer line cut across there. Like I said, I can hear one last helicopter down there. But I thought the others were getting fuel coming back, but I think they're done for the day. So we'll be able to see a little bit of the fire here when it gets dark. Right now, I'm just sitting here I just finished my lunch. I finally got my lunch, my chicken strips, and I just realized there's been a bear in here tearing up the campground. It's a day use area, and the bears, I guess he realizes nobody's here, and they didn't dump the trash before they left, and they're probably in a hurry. The bear's been hitting the trash cans, and I'm sitting over eating my chicken strips, and I realize if he smells these chicken strips, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. So I came back and wiped my hands off. I don't want a bear wanting treats from me. But I haven't seen him yet, but I've seen his track. He's a pretty good sized bear. But anyway, this is Jenks Lake here, and hopefully it'll get dark here in High Hope. I see somebody. Yeah, if you got any questions or anything.
Broadcast from an address of 2794 Highway 189. Your Conant's Grove in Lake Arrowhead. Applied for the Edge. Called in by a former employee advising, or correction, a former employee at 647 Freight. They're advising he's going to leave in that vehicle. Clear 7 Tom, David Sam, 936. Clear J 2. We'll be leaving towards Lake Arrowhead Drive. Nothing further to be until 18.
But somebody asked me about Thomas Hunting Grounds, the Yellow Post campsite up there above Angeles Oaks, kind of above where 1 and 12, it comes out there by Thomas Grounds. The picnic area goes up to behind Angeles Oaks. They said the Yellow Post campground area, according to the map, it made it.
Well, fire attack. Fire is confined to the tractor. Trailer is not involved. Trigger release attack. 139 cancels the trigger.
But there was somebody else asking me another question about, what was it? Anyway, the 10 I saw up here in Jenks Lake Road, we figured out who that, I saw Kyle and the guy from,
53, I copy your traffic.
I saw the camp manager from Camp Conrad, and he said it was a family that was camping in there. And I guess they had to flee. Because we saw the tent. I saw the tent sitting up all by itself. I didn't know if it was the meth tweakers that come back or if it was somebody that got caught up here and had to evacuate. But they said the tent, they somehow got their tent. I was offered to take the tent down and take it to them if they needed it. But they had some meth tweakers up here cooking a year or two ago back in here. In fact, there's a trailer. They're not sure. They said the trailer looks like a tweaker. There's an abandoned travel trailer back in there in East Flats. And they said they were looking in there and it said it looked like tweakers, just garbage and trash everywhere. And meth heads come up here and they hide out up here. And someone were cooking. They busted them 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, they had a big meth lab going up here. It's sad to see it, up here. For years we never really saw trash or people doing that up here. Now all of a sudden it's every year, every summer. So no questions for. I just wanted to give a quick update here. That's where I'm sitting. Once it gets dark, I'm gonna walk. I got my chair sitting out there, my binoculars. I'm worried about that bear. All that bears. Nobody's here. Everybody went back to camp or yeah, went back for supper. A lot of these guys didn't evacuate, the managers, because it's not really threatened over here right now. It's more on the north side of the Santa Ana River. Are you a local? Hey Drake, I'm from Redlands. I'm a
I told him that
photojournalist.
was the best way to go in. He said, yeah, but I haven't seen him drive back by me yet.
I've got a.
I copy.
I've got a media pass. I'm a photojournalist. I've been covering the fires up here for 10 years, 15 years. The hurricane, what was it? Tropical Storm Hillary, El Dorado fire, Apple fire. I wasn't here during the lake fire. But so yeah, I've saw they got some more looters. They got them in Big Bear, and I guess they got a couple in Running Springs. There's cops everywhere. In fact, when we were down here just filming on the lake when they were dipping, a Redlands cop. Redlands cop stopped and said hello, and he was taking pictures of the helicopters dipping. They had a CH-40, two CH-47s and a Sky Crane dipping up here. They were hauling the mail, boy. They were like 4-minute laps from here down by Bear Creek where the fire is burning up toward Big Bear Dam. They were going crazy. Loma Linda area, there you go. Yeah, I'm not a, what would you call it? A native. I moved here in 80, military transferred me here to Norton Air Force Base. I was in Germany and it rained every day or it was cloudy. So I said, I wanted to surf and I wanted to go, I really wanted to surf. So I said, give me Florida or give me California. So he threw the dart and it hit California. I was like, yes. And I always wanted to race Baja. I wanted to, after watching Steve McQueen and you're welcome, Drake. Thank you. Steve McQueen and Malcolm Smith, that movie on Indy Sunday, I wanted to race desert. I wanted to do that. I thought that was cool. I was like 12, 13 years old. I wanted to steal Steve McQueen's wife, Allie McGraw. You remember Ukaipo? Oh, okay. Yeah, when I moved here, I wanted to move to Ukaipo, Oak Glen. I got up there and oh, you're welcome. I got up there and I was one striper, two striper, and I looked at the prices in Oak Glen. I was like, I don't think we're moving up here. But I grew up with horses, so I wanted to have my horse.
Service truck comes back out, get back to drop point 68.
And Ukaipa back then was just a horse town. We used to ride my friends' horses right down the boulevard to A&W. Thanks, William.
Down this road coming towards you.
Yeah, Ukaipa was like Norco. I mean, there was horses everywhere. My friends had horses. We'd go riding, dirt bikes. If we used to ride up there, they had a place right there on Calamasa. God, what's that road? Instead of going left when you get off on Calan, you go right. And then it was kind of that canyon back in there. It goes down to San Mateo. We used to ride that canyon a lot. Their ranch was right there. The air attack was dipping over here. And Jenks, they left. I guess they're done for the night because Pumpkin pumpkin time is coming fast when they have to be home. There's a little lookout point in front of me. That's where I was sitting. Yeah, Bob's Big Boy. Well, yeah. Let's see if you went to Bob's Big Boy. No, it was if you got up on County Line and you make a right where that new Dino 70 or whatever that gas station is, make the immediate left, go to the T, and their ranch was straight out there. Their back of their ranch was the canyon. We used to ride dirt bikes and hunt and ride our horses back in there, all the way down to San Mateo. I mean, you could ride forever back in there. But then one day the sheriff showed up and said, "No more, boys." And they started building, yeah, the old Deanza track back in there. Yeah, we rode over there. Well, I was trying to think of that name, and nobody can remember that track, the name of it. I was like, that's the one by the 60, right? 60 in the Badlands there. That rings a bell. Yeah, that's it. We couldn't remember the name of that track. And some people didn't know what I was talking about. But yeah, I remember seeing mountain lions back there and pheasants. Of course, bobcats, coyotes. What else did we see? Deer. It wasn't Live Oak Canyon. It's the next canyon. It's where the golf course is over there now, and that canyon goes all the way down to San Mateo Canyon. If you look, like I said, if you get off on County Line, you're going 10 eastbound. Get off on County Line, make a right. There's that new gas station. Make a left, and then that road goes down about quarter mile and it tees. Their ranch was straight out from that tee. In the back of it was that canyon. If you go to Bob's Big Boy, I can tell you this way. If you go to Bob's Big Boy, if you make a left before you get to Bob's Big Boy and turn in there, go left and go down there. They've got it blocked. That little road that goes down, there's a gate, I think now on boulders. That was the entrance to the canyon there. If you drove. No, I don't think the school is there. The school's around the corner. If you, like you say, you're going to Bob's Big Boy, you get off on what is that? Singleton, whatever Bob's exit is, or now it's called what's it called? Sammy's. I went there. It wasn't a bad. I got.
Good idea for you guys to sit out there, just in case something gets across the line. You guys can go after it. So talk to 20 Charlie, see where he'd like you to stage.
Commerce Boulevard. Yeah, if you get up there like you're going to Bob's, as you're sweeping around that curve, there's a left turn. It just goes down maybe not even a quarter mile and it dead ends. They put up boulders. I think there might be a gate there. That's where we used to drive in. If you had a vehicle, dirt bike, you could come in anywhere. But we'd go back there and picnic and just 4-wheel drive. And when the sheriff started telling us to stay out of there, a couple times they chased us on our dirt bikes, and they didn't have. They had just police cars, and they brought a Jeep. Yeah, I remember that when they blocked that, we come flying down there one night, expecting to drive in there, and there was or they dug a ditch. They dug a V ditch, and we almost crashed because we weren't expecting. They didn't mark it very well, and we come flying down that road. Yeah, they had that Palmer fire there. Yeah, I was there for that Palmer fire. That was crazy. But then they put boulders up, I think, and even a gate. Because people kept sneaking back in there. And then we used to hunt pigs back there, too. There's wild pigs back in there. Wild boars, we used to hunt pigs. In fact, the pigs are still back in there. Occasionally they get hit. You'll see them down on San Mateo. A train will hit them. Yeah, that was fun dirt biking back there. I had a Suzuki 250 then. It would have been like a 78 model RM.
You feel that's about like this?
Yeah, you could. We killed pigs in there for years. People didn't really realize there was a lot of pigs in there. There still is quite a few. They get hit by the train. I've seen a buddy. He's had one tearing up his orchard. They killed a big boar. It was like 300 pounds of big boar. You know, they had a depredation permit where they could take him out. And I saw a picture of him, man. He was huge. So that's why I came back to show you. It's getting dark. There's a bear around here. He's hitting the trash cans, and I was just eating my chicken fingers. And I got to go get my chair, and it's getting dark. Nobody's up here with me. RM50, original from when he was. Oh, wow. Yeah, I started on a Honda Trail 70 with the automatics. Brum, brum, click, brum. You know, there was no clutch. And his brother had a little Trail 70 or Trail 50 automatic. And then my dad wouldn't let me get a motorcycle, so I snuck and got a Kawasaki 250 Enduro, and I hit it. And he found it like in 2 days. He never said nothing, but he just gave me the evil eye. I hid it behind the barn, like he's not gonna see it there, you know. My uncle had flipped his Harley and almost got killed. So my dad was, you know, he didn't want me to get a motorcycle. My mom was okay with it, but he was, of course, it was his brother almost got killed, so he was kind of upset about it. But anyway, yeah, I haven't looked at the news. They were, I know they were dipping over here like crazy. I mean, there was two dipping at once. I've never seen that over here. And they were stacking up there. One would be dipping, one waiting, and one dropping. So they were trying to keep that fire from getting up the slope toward Arrow Bear and Arctic Circle, and it's down by Bear Creek. I could hear them dropping. I couldn't see them, but I could hear them down there. If you know where Bear Creek is, 1N09, I think it is, comes across from the shooting range, Manzanita Flats, Keller Cliffs. It comes over there, and there's Bear Creek, and then it comes across over here to Converse Flats. It's over there by below Arrow Bear, about 3/4 way up. I'm 50 and still riding my. Oh wow, you still riding the? Is that a thumper, a 4-stroke, a 450? Yeah, I always wanted to get a thumper. I raced in Germany a little bit. I raced in motocross over there, and then when I got here, I did more desert. Of course, desert was completely different for me. I grew up in the black dirt, the loamy dirt. In Germany was black dirt. And when I got here, I had to get new tires. They all said, "Hey, dumbass, you know you need new tires." My tires wouldn't stick. Remember the world on a cliff? Oh, okay, you're over there looking down. Remember the world on that side. I may be there tomorrow. I want to go around and see what's on the other side. Yeah, I didn't know what a wash was. First time I hit a wash, I went sailing off and crashed into a cholla cactus. And my friend says, "What are you doing, dumbass?" And I said, "What the hell's that? Where'd the road go?" He said, "That's a wash." He said, "You have to watch out for those." I was like, "Yeah, well, I broke my neck." And I had those choyas all over my pants. I had riding pants on, but oh, those things suck. Supercross, yeah, it's really gotten. We used to watch the Grand Prix race over there when the Bob Hanna would come over and Brad Lackey and who else? Roger DeCoster was my favorite. I think he's Belgium. Kenny Roberts, we watched him on the road race and he kicked everybody's ass. And who else is the dirt bike? I left before, if you know who Danny Magoo Chandler is, I left before Magoo came over. I want to really see him ride bad. I saw him at what's that Grand Prix that used to run about San Diego, Carlsbad. I saw him at Carlsbad.
Vision Romeo was wondering if everything was tied in up above. All right. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Arctic Circle's straight up and down there. That's where there's a lot of rocks. So that's where the closest I've come to getting squashed by a big rock was right there. Me and my boss were coming. My boss and me were coming from Big Bear. We would finish work and it was raining. And there's a guy in front of us, and all of a sudden, wham! This rock about the size of a coffee table landed in front of us, between us, the other car. And I don't think the guy in front of us saw it. And then we just stopped, and we looked at each other, and I said, "You want to keep going?" He goes, "We ain't got no choice." And he was doing where you cross yourself. He was real religious, so he was praying. I was like, "Say a prayer for me too," because I was driving. It was like, man, that was close. And when you see that, and we were both looking up all the way down. We are looking at the cliffs. Of course, if it's your time, I guess. Hey, Joe. In fact, I don't know if you guys saw that truck that got hit below Angeles Oaks. That Ups truck got hit with rocks when they were having the mudslides. And I went with Dave Truck up there to get the guy's backpack out. They kind of like rescued him. It was like a big mud flow of debris, rocks. And right in front of his seat, a rock had gone through the side of the truck, through the dash. And it was about the size of a football, the hole. I was looking at that. I was thinking, man, if it had been 2 feet back, it would have killed him. Yeah, he was really lucky. I think it was Jose. If you know the Ups driver up there, it was Jose. And we're sitting there, and the rocks are still coming down. And I'm like, let's get out of here. And Dave wants, he's taking pictures and looking. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm getting out of here. Oh, you race at Carlsbad? Yeah, Mike Too Tall, Hannah, Glover. Oh, yeah. The old days. Yep. What was that guy? Marty Tripes. Yeah, that was the good old days. And we'd see Malcolm Smith and Steve McQueen out at the Riverside. Remember Riverside International Race? We had that dirt bike track, and we'd see Steve McQueen would use fake names. He didn't want people to know he was there. You could almost pick out the name that was him. He'd have some crazy name, and we'd see him there. And Paul Newman raced too. He would race the auto, what do they call those? Not NASCAR. Kind of like sports cars, I missed that track. That was a fun track. But as it gets dark here, I'm going to go up and there's a lookout here, a little knob. I got to get my chair to. Hopefully that bear don't come back. And I'll try and get some video of the flames looking across. I'm guessing I'm about 4 miles from where the flames are, looking across the canyon. The Santa Ana River is down below me. It jumped the river, God, like Sunday. What is today, Friday? Yeah, it jumped the river 3 or 4 days ago. And it started going at Running Springs. That's what got up to Running Springs. And then a finger kind of shot northeast toward Big Bear, the dam. Oh, Marty Smith got killed in a sand rail. What, in Glamis or? Oh, okay, San Jacinto Riverside. Wow, Marty Smith. He was Honda, right? Marty Smith was Honda. I just remember my roommate. He had seen Magoo race because of the smoke. We got dirt bike when I was in Germany in the military. We got dirt bike magazine. They started talking about Magoo Chandler. My roommate, he had seen him race. He was from the Bay Area. And he goes, "You won't play this guy. We got to go see him. He either wins or crashes." And I thought, what? What kind of kamikaze is that? He goes, "No, he's like so fast. and he does stuff that nobody else will even attempt. And then I left before he came to Europe, but then I got to see him and it was funny. At Carlsbad, usually you pick a spot on a good jump or something, but everybody would go watch him do a jump and then run down the hill or run up the hill to go see him do the next jump. And people were running from. It was crazy. The whole crowd, like a bunch of bees, would follow him around the track. But he was so amazing to watch him race. It was like, damn. You got your money's worth when he was racing. I only saw him that one time, and then they said he got paralyzed. I can't remember how he got paralyzed, and then he killed himself. I can imagine that he just couldn't deal with being in a wheelchair after being, he was literally flying. And I remember seeing pictures of him. He must have been like 10, and he was flying. Yeah, the off road. Yeah, they had the off road there too. The trucks. Malcolm, not Malcolm. Oh, the guy who rode the Dodge Ram. He hit that cameraman out of Barstow right in front of us. What was his name? Hall. What was his first name? Yeah, Magoo did. Oh, Walker Evans. That's the guy. Walker Evans was raced up there, and Ivan Stewart, the Iron Man. Yeah, Walker Evans. And that was fun. Sounds like they're talking backfires. He said test fire. They may be doing more backfires. Yeah, I miss those old days. I sold my dirt bike. I had we had a sweet deal in Europe. The monoshock came out. We didn't know what it was. We saw this Colonel had one had in the paper for like, it was like $1,200. He had it for sale for 400. We thought it was broke or top end was blown out. So we go to look at it. We didn't know what a monoshock was, and we'd seen it in Dirt Bike magazine, but we didn't know how it worked. We were trying to figure it out. And the bike was immaculate, and he only wanted $400. And we thought, what's going on? What's wrong with it? And he says, well, my kid rode it once and broke his arm. And my wife said, get rid of it. And me and my roommate looked at each other. And we felt like we were ripping the guy off. He wanted $400. So we took it and we started racing over there. It was 1980, whenever the monoshock came out, 125 YZ. Man, that thing it was fast. And that was the first, I think, monoshock that it came out. And the Germans just freaked out. They'd never seen anything like it. And they didn't like us racing against them because they would race against the clock. They didn't like dice, in the corners, and they didn't like bumping handlebars. And they said we were too aggressive, and every race they wanted to kick us out. And we said, if you're slow, get out of the way. If you want to compete, get up there and But if you're getting lapped, get out of the way. It's same for all kinds of racing. And if you go into the corner and you cut somebody off, you're gonna get, you're gonna bang a little bit. Be like Dale Earnhardt. Remember Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator? What's the latest? Air Attack was dipping out of Jenks Lake, John, and they went, God, about 6:15. They left. I don't hear any rotary. The night guys I'm wondering if they'll be up here. I don't know if they're the night train guys and guys with night vision. Somebody said they were coming up here, but they were about 4 miles out in front of me is Bear Creek. They've been dropping there to keep it from getting the big bear. Man, that's a coroner channel. They seem awful busy. But I'm gonna walk out on the point here. There's a little lookout point in front of me where you see the sun there, or the sun's setting over here. When it gets dark, I'm gonna go see if I can see any flame. Maybe get some Speedway 117. And no, I haven't heard of that. Is it a track or? Yeah, I used to go Speedway a lot. The IMS, Wednesday night Speedway. I'd never seen that before, and when I moved here, it was like, oh my god, these guys are crazy. They're insane. No brakes. When they told me they had no brakes, I was like, what? And just how to. I just left Highway 18. Oh, you're up on 18? Prescribed burn. No one is afraid of anyone. Prescribed burn. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know. It was a prescribed burn. They caught a guy lighting it. Evidently, it took him 3 times to light it to get it to go. I don't see how it's so dry. And there's a guy walking over here. I think he's a fire guy. You see a guy walking. I hope he's a fire guy. He come walking up my chairs. Don't steal my chair. Looked like he had a brush coat on. I may go up there now that somebody. I'm getting scared. It's dark and there's a bear running around here eating the trash cans. I think he may be a lookout. A lot of guys over here on this side on 38, they're lookouts. They look across and watch the fire, in case it jumps a ridge or. Now I'm seeing. Oh, those must be solar lights. I see Christmas lights come on. This is one of the spots where the camp host parks. They must be their Christmas lights. I'm going to go talk to this guy because this guy, he may know something. I saw him earlier. Where did I see him? Let me see if I can talk to him over here. I'll be back. See you guys in a little bit. See you.